All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's it's NORDTONA TV, and welcome to the next qualifying round here at NORDTONA Speed Weeks. 50 laps, top 3 gonna make it here tonight. First 6 have qualified, the next 6 gonna happen tonight. We're gonna see what happens here as Big Dave Swindell takes the pole. Joining me up here in the booth tonight is going to be second place finisher from the first heat race last night. Getting his way in the show, NORDTONA Racing League member Chris Scala. Hey Chris, how you doing tonight?
Doing good. How's everyone doing out there? Appreciate everybody coming on to NORDTONA TV, and really excited about this race. I've noticed we have 39 cars that are going to start this race, even one with an amazing fast lap of 3 minutes and 35 seconds, but I think it's going to be a fun race.
I anticipate a lot of speed, a lot of pushing and shoving, trying to get to the front 3. We'll see what happens here. Let's take a look at the starting order here, Chris.
Dave Swindell's got the pole, it looks like. He 47.133, and that's no fluke for those who are wondering how fast is he, because Swindell runs, I mean, there's plenty of mystery races we've run where Swindell's been that fast. But Thomas Lee going to be second, Ricky Howell third. Ricky Howell Jr. going to be third. Chubb's fourth. David Washington's going to be fifth. Brian Terry, I know he's been fast out here, is going to be sixth. Holtzman seventh. Brandon Leonard's going to be eighth. Shut in the probably Nordgar favorite paint scheme. The Jeff Gordon paint scheme is ninth, and Kevin Linden 10th.
Yeah, that'll be 10. We got that'll round out your top 10. 43 drivers on the track trying to get in. However, one was disqualified for trying to cheat during qualifying. He was burning up his tires before qualifying. That is not allowed. If you cannot do it in the real NASCAR, you can't do it here. And he's going to be disqualified from the event for doing that. It has been posted on Facebook. If you didn't read it, I'm sorry. Yeah, he's going to get DQ'd. But Lambert, Ermacora, Ledford, and Hobbs, they're not going to make the start for not putting up a qualifying time, Chris.
Yeah, I did notice that Ledford was having issues. I've seen him drop out like 3 or 4 times now. Lambert and Hobbs, not sure about, and I did see the Ermacora deal, or Ermacora, but
yeah,
it is what it is. You can't be cheating or attempting to.
Well, the pace car going to get ready to peel off this time by. We're going to go green flag racing, 50-lap shootout. Top 3 are going to make it. Everybody else got to try again. So track position going to be big here tonight.
Green flag.
It's time to go bumper humping live on NORDTONA TV. Great, great, great.
First Jeep race, Nord, we made it turn 1. Second heat race, I believe 8 laps last night.
Yeah, it was lap 8. The caution flag came out. Let's see what happens here tonight as these guys actually, you know, 50 laps here at Daytona, Chris, a very long run here. You can start 43rd and make it to the front and win, because yours truly has done it on more than one occasion. Everybody giving each other room, it looks like, right now. And Swindell, Big Dave in the Coors Light machine, getting pushed by the number 18 with the 33 and the Spooge vehicle there with the 39 of Chubbs on the outside. Chubbs probably hates me. Now I gave his car a nickname. Everybody minding their P's and Q's here early on, and we see a little bit of movement going on here, switching lanes there in the number 24 Gordon Retro scheme. Swindell out front, the 18 pushing him. 18 is Ricky Howell Jr. Howell Jr., another NORDTONA TV iRacing League member. So NORDTONA TV doing pretty good there up front so far.
Yeah, definitely good to see Swindell and Howell up there. Looks like they're going to tandem up here for a little bit. And, I mean, that's the thing. You got to be patient in this ride. You see the first 5, 6 cars single file.
Well, since the new build, Chris, the inside line, pretty much where you want to be. The outside line really doesn't do anything anymore here at Daytona. That is one of the disappointing things I have to say. Since the new build, the outside lane just doesn't have the giddy up anymore like it used to.
Yeah, that's one thing we did notice is that as you mentioned, the outside line is kind of a disadvantage, but there are times where that inside line checks up because the tandem isn't stuck together, and that outside line will get a run.
So far, so good. Uh-oh. Cameraman are already hitting the pipe, Chris.
Not good. Not good.
So I guess everything I said about the outside lane I got to take back as we see Chubbs on the outside in the Smoochmobile. Getting pushed. Through turns 1 and 2. Ah, no! Cameraman lost the bead there for a second.
I think he said waitress said to be coming up here.
Yeah, shush. She's private. All right, let's, this is the part of the racing that I love with these big fields. Here we go. Let's crank it up, bitches. A lot of guys falling way back out of the way. I mean, they're half a straightaway down behind the leaders right now.
And Norton noticed that the 39 Chubbs got the wall coming off for turn 4. He tried to go to the outside and got put into a 3 wide spot.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Chubbs' strategy is. I think maybe he was going out there. He wanted to fall to the back. Did not get to talk to Chubbs and his crew chief today. Their garage was closed and the media was off limits, so wasn't able to get down there to talk to the 39 today. So not exactly sure what he's got planned here for the night. With the 97, the 92 there of Terry, who ran up front in both races all night long, having some trouble trying to re-qualify here tonight. Swindell's still out front.
Yeah, no, we got a new name going for the lead here. I don't know if I've heard this one. James Hatch?
That does sound new to me, but I forgot what I ate for breakfast this morning, so thanks for pointing that out. James Hatch on the outside being pushed by Brian Terry there in the number 92, coming down the backstretch here at Daytona Speedway, trying to get in the NORDTONA 500, which is going to happen February 17th, 2013. Top 3 drivers from each one of these heat races, with the exception of the wild card race, gonna drive their way in here. So track position going to be a huge issue, but the bigger issue here at Daytona is staying out of somebody else's mistake and being able to get to lap number 50.
Yeah, that's the main thing. You got to be patient the whole entire time. You got to, like I did last night, I went out back and I just stayed back there because we knew the wrecks would come, and you just got to know how to avoid them and know when to go.
Yep, and we're on lap number 7 right now, and it looks, from the overhead views here, looks like all the drivers giving each other pretty much room except for the guys up front trying to push and get away from the rest of the field, but with the draft the way it is, that's just not going to happen anymore. 2-car tandems trying to pull away from the rest of the field, really not something you need to worry about anymore. They've really bunched these cars up in the new build.
Yeah, that's the one thing about it. You don't have to worry about tandems anymore. I mean, they work at the start of the run, but then everybody comes back in the one. I mean, the one thing I credit his drivers for is there really hasn't been any 3-wide action. As I say that, there was a 51 3-wide up the middle.
Yep, he's trying to make a move.
You haven't seen this much in this race.
That is looking back there from James.
Trouble.
Yep, big time trouble coming out of turn number 4 here as they come wrecking down the front stretch. Man, oh man, the back half of the field, big jump. We're gonna have to take a look and see what happens here. Caution flag number 1 flies here tonight. It's about the same time as last night, Chris. Lap number 9.
I think it was Brian Terry. They were 3 wide, and I just talked about how 3 wide there hadn't been any issues yet. And they went 3 wide off of 4, and they just came together into 1.
Well, let's take a look at the replay here. Let's see, where did all this happen?
Right off turn 4, you're going to see 3 wide between the 20 of Rush and Brian Terry there in the middle of 3 and 4.
Let's take a look. Caution flag number 1 flies on lap number 9 here early on in this heat race here. 50 laps here for this heat race. Top 3 making it. Everybody else is going to have to try to race their way back in. Where's my little scratch sheet? I have to write it down. I'm going to start having to use an abacus for all these wrecks here, Chris.
Well, it looks like you're looking at the replay. Nord 92 is up in that third groove, and 20th Rush came below him, and Brian came down. Basically, it looks like Brian came down. They touched, and there it went.
Let's take a better look at it. Being my cameramen are, I think they're eating pizza now. They got the munchies. Brian Terry there in the 92. He does get into the wall. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like he goes up high right here, just like you said. Gets shoved out of line. Let's go to the chopper view, crackheads. Thank you very much. And he gets shoved out of line there in the third groove, and he rubs paint with Chubbs there in the 39, and that did not set him straight. Just barely grazes the wall, but and the second time this year we've seen the 92 come down into somebody. Gets into the 20, unable to hold it. The 91 of Brizik there, he's going to turn around. The 32, the 24, Rudy Cummings, the 30. Oh, my Lord. There's
some vomit.
Yeah, there's vomit. There's Hershey squirts everywhere. The sawdust truck is already out on the track. But it looks like we're going to have about 10 cars in trouble here. Everybody else who was hanging out way behind these guys were able to get slowed up and stop. I want to take another look at it from onboard with, let's go back a few. Let's go back, well, that's way too far. Let's go Paul Berthwick here, riding in the number 31, driving in 20th position. Let's see his view through this wreck. That was like the luckiest drive-through I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
How in the hell did that car bounce over him and he didn't get any damage from it? I will never know. I even want to see it again. I want to see that again.
Well, Nord, I will alert you all. You were showing the replay there. We had pit stops. Some of the leaders came in, including Swindell. So we had some takers stay out, but some that also pitted.
Yeah, and it looks like Thomas Lee, well, wow, how did he get through that? Thomas Lee was black flag, then he was unblack flag. Not sure what's going on with that. But normal NASCAR rules apply here in these races. If you can't do it in real NASCAR, you can't do it here. And a lot of guys trying to push the issue, not following the rules, and that's going to be bad.
Yeah, and there's a lot of rules, like you said, they're NASCAR rules. I mean, the simple not blending up on the above the yellow line to the stay to the far right on pit road, going to your stall within 5 stalls. I mean, it's simple rules that I think it's people have gotten so used to iRacing that they've kind of forgotten them.
That very may well be, and there are a lot of eyes on the track. And let me just say this to all the viewers and the racers who are thinking about coming out here to try to qualify. We have about 5 to 7 admins watching all over the track, watching infractions and penalties. Don't try to cheat, because you will not get away with it.
So Nord, got the first 11 cars stayed out, it appears, and Swindell's going to restart 12th.
A bunch of them did come down after that wreck, needing service, and yeah, it looks like Swindell is in 12th. Anybody still down on pit road right now? Yeah, we got the wreckers coming down here and getting service on their Chevy Impalas here tonight.
I'm trying to think. Rudy Cummings looks like he was involved in that wreck. That's the 3rd time, I think, in the 3 races he has not made it past lap 10.
Yeah, Rudy Cummings, a trooper, raced with him a lot, and man, he just wants to finish one of these damn things. But Rudy down there, these guys receiving no resets. This is like real NASCAR. You don't get to you don't get to pull your backup car off the trailer on lap number 10.
Not at all.
Not allowed. So these guys their crew's gonna have to get their stuff fixed and try to keep them out on the lead lap. The only good thing they got for them though is these laps around Daytona take about 2 minutes, a little over 2 minutes sometimes. Last lap, 2 minutes 2 seconds for some of these drivers. 2 minute 12. Yeah, so like 2 minutes 15 seconds. These pit crews can get a lot done in 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Yeah, there is, and when you look at it, the first time you get in that stall, that's where you got about the longest time possible. Because after that, you come back out of your pits, you got to fly back to the pack and get as close as you can. And by the time you're right back on pit road, you only have about 25 seconds. It seems like, because you got to go down pit road, which takes time. You got to come off pit road, and all that takes time. And so your best time to get all your damage fixed is that first lap, getting onto pit road.
Well, they're all doubled back up. The 97 of James Hatch, an unknown, a mystery, showing up here tonight. And so far, so good for James there in the 97. He's going to be leading them down. The number 10 of David Washington on the outside. The 33 of Thomas Lee. Lee had a great run last night going until he got wrecked late in the race. And same with Brandon Leonard. He ran both races last night, did very, very well. And again, running up front and just getting caught up in somebody else's mess.
Yeah, Leonard, unfortunately, was one of the victims of that wreck that shall not be talked about, as we'll call it. And unfortunately, he's been taken out in 2 different wrecks. But the one thing I've noticed here, Nord, you look back towards the 9th and 10th position there, there's that team that we've been talking about outside of the race. It's like, wait a minute, how are these guys running together? Brantley and Swindell are there.
Very unlikely combination, but that combination won the 86, the second last race at Talladega there for the truck season. I don't know what the partnership is between them two. They got something going on that a lot of people don't know about, but it seems to be working.
Yeah, and then we're trying to figure it out ourselves. It's a mystery to us.
Well, the pace car is going to be peeling off this time by. Everybody's still doubled up. The 97 of Hatch going to lead him to Washington on the outside. It's time to go bumper humping.
Green flag.
Green, green, green. Outside lane trying to make good on the restart here and trying to move up ahead early to. And you know they all want to get down in the inside lane, but will Washington dump the number 4 is going to be the next question when he gets clear. We see a lot of partnerships that are made before the race, but once you get out there, that kind of goes all the way until the end.
Being told that McFadden has gotten black flags.
I'm not sure what the infraction is on that. Maybe he did not come off the pit road where he was supposed to, or I'm not sure. We'll have to get Wendy Venturini down there. You're going to have to talk to her because they're doing training.
She's hot.
I love her. I love her for a decade. Washington on the outside being pushed by Leonard, but Hatch continues to lead here at Daytona Speedway. Looks like Seth Frazier also got a black flag. These drivers will abide by the rules. You will learn, or you will not race.
There you see that inside line over. It's starting to kind of take the lead again here.
Yeah, but the front 2 runners trying to block the rest of the field by running in the middle, screwing up the rest of the draft for everybody else. This is actually a good piece of strategy from the top 2 guys to try to bunch up the rest of the field, so they have to check up, and maybe possibly they might be able to get away. Number 20 car trying to suck up on the draft. That's Rush right there. Rush sporting the new colors here tonight. Sporting that big NORDTONA TV logo on the side, and I thank you very much all you guys who have done that. That's pretty cool. That makes me feel cool.
Oh, 1 car. Oh, trouble. 2 car.
Caution, caution, caution.
Big time trouble, and that Leonard's going to get involved in that. Bolton's going to get involved in that.
Steps real quick and then tell me what you got.
Oh, big wreck on lap number 15, and we're going to see more people head down to pit road. We're going to see more people make mistakes and probably get flagged as well. Let's rewind this, Chris.
They're still wrecking. What you're going to see, Nord, is that 2 cars going to come off of Ford. He's going to hit the wall, and he's just going to lose control. And unfortunately, a bunch of the NORDGAR League members are
right behind him.
In it.
Yeah.
Yep.
The beer store car, the number 2 there, being driven by Christopher. Well, looks like it was Swindell and Leonard actually. Let's move up to Dave, Big Dave here. Not Leonard gets into the wall and jacks up the rest of the field. The number 4 into the wall. He's following.
Oh yeah, it was Leonard.
Yeah, he's following David Washington there. He tries to stay out of him, but he's behind Washington and trying to stay off his bumper. And if you don't have the bumpers lined completely square, you're gonna make all kinds of funny moves, and Leonard gets into the wall.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I had the same issue earlier. I got mixed up with the 2 and the 4 for some reason. I mean, they got similar colors, but I seem to get it mixed up earlier. But yeah, the 4 definitely got the wall, and
dude, he's puking all over the place. Big time wreck, and Swindell gonna get in it, and a lot of these drivers are able to get woed up, but then they start crashing after the wreck. So I want to fall back here. Let's fall back to the 28 of Charles Martin and ride along with him. Martin actually hits the wall in the same place Leonard did.
See, at this point, you might as well just go to the grass because it's like there's nothing out there. One view I think would be interesting, cameraman, if they're hearing me, we should try to get on board with the 2 car. He was right behind Swindell and Leonard when that race started.
All right, you hear that, crackheads? Let's get down there, Timpson. Right behind Swindell, coming down the back stretch, getting ready to head down into turn 3 here before caution flag number 2 comes out. You're going to see it happen all right in front of them. See a lot of NORDTONA logos out there. That's cool. Somebody disappeared off the track too. The 16 completely gone for a second.
He is camouflaged.
Well, I didn't see it. Did you?
Not at all.
But what perplexes me here, and let's take one more look at it, Chris, and we'll get back up live, is after they are done wrecking, they wreck again. See there, the 16 goes away, and actually him disappearing saved his ass. Look at this. We never seen this before. Holy shit. The aliens abducting the number 16. Who's driving the 16? God damn, that was cool.
Simpson.
That's Matt Simpson. Matt Simpson couldn't have lost connection at a better freaking time. Watch this, Chris. This is awesome. Awesome for Simpson, not for everybody else. But Simpson there in the camouflage car. The aliens have been hovering all week around NORDTONA TV. And there he goes. He's gone. Hold on. We got to find somebody. Yeah, let's do this one more time. Come on. Where is, there we go. All right, so the 16 in the camouflage vehicle riding behind Dylan C. Jones in the number 11. Let's go back with Jones here so we can watch this. You're going to see the 16 right behind Jones here. He's going to disappear. And, man, if this is some kind of cheat or something, I want to know what the code is because, goddamn, this is absolutely Matt Simpson's luckiest run right here. There he goes. He disappears, and here the wrecking starts. I've never seen this ever happen before. The wrecking starts, and right there, they would have hit him right there, but he's not on the track anymore. And you're going to see him reappear here. And just, there he is! No damage, no nothing. Wow! That is great.
I know you said that you wouldn't interview any of the drivers. This might be something we have to go ask him.
Wow. Yeah, I would like to talk to Matt Simpson there off of that. Let's see if we can get a word in with Matt.
So far, this whole series has been black flags for me. I think I'm going to repaint my car before the next race.
Hey, number 16, this is NORDTONA in the booth. Matt Simpson, you got a copy?
10-4.
Hey, you got a lag switch on your dashboard because you blinked out, left the track, the aliens got you, and when you came back, you missed the wreck. You were doomed to head behind the wall, and your spot was taken up by a huge wreck. How do you feel right now by the aliens abducting you?
I guess that's just pure luck, man. I was just hearing about that in TeamSpeak, so that's pretty badass. I'll have to check that out.
Well, I've honestly never seen that before, but good luck to you the rest of the race.
Thanks, Nord.
All right, heading back up live. We're going to get ready to go green flag racing again here in just about a lap.
I'm stunned about that.
You know, I've hosted in excess of over like 225 races or something like that, and I can honestly say that was the luckiest disconnect I've ever seen.
Only at NORDTONA.
Yep. Just when you think you've seen it all, Chris, something brand new happens you've never seen before. That's why I love this shit. That's why I love doing what we do here at NORDGAR TV, and that's why we're here every night.
It's a mystery. I mean, you go back to the first race yesterday afternoon, we had a wreck where a car just spontaneously spun out. And then here we are now with this.
Unbelievable. Not to take anything away from anybody else, but that right there has got to be the coolest move of the race right there.
We gotta get that sponsored by somebody.
Yeah, I think he should give Alienware a call.
I mean, first we have Dustin Lee hydroplaning in midair, and now we got this. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Hatch is up front here, Nord. Looks like we're going to have to restart here with lap 20.
Ready, green flag.
Yep, so back to green flag racing, and Hatch got no help there in the beginning, and the 33 and the 59 got a motor by him here on lap number 21.
That was very interesting. I don't know if the 20 just did not get in the right gear or what he did, but this is a big separation. Obviously, we're going to have a new leader.
Yeah, we do have a new leader out front. Will he be able to stay out there until they hit the line? That is Kevin Kramer there, pushing in the 59, pushing the 33 of Thomas Lee. Lee running up front all night long. Last night in one of the heat races and unable to finish, so he's out here to give it another shot. These guys are all, it looks like everybody got a shitty restart this time.
One thing I've noticed tonight, Nord, is looking back towards the middle of the back of the pack, an interesting strategy you never see out of these two. But you're seeing Justin Bolton back towards the back of the pack.
I talked to Bolton earlier tonight, and that was his strategy. He wanted to sit in the back for as long as he could tonight because Bolton really wants to make the race, and Bolton has not had luck either. He's gotten involved in a lot of other people's stuff and been right in the middle of it last night. And Bolton telling me earlier today he wants to ride. That's why he put up a 3-minute qualifying time.
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, it seems like the right thing to do. I mean,
he's got his buddy Hunt back there in the 48, so he'll be all right. He'll come on strong in the end. Oh, big trouble coming out of one. There's vomit in the helmet all over the place on the number 97.
Fellas, we have got
the number 97, James Hatch, our earlier leader. Oh, no. He can't see. Too much vomit. Too much vomit. Caution flag 3? Is this 3 or 4?
That is 3.
All right.
That looked like there was contact between Ricky Howe and somebody, and it sent Howe down into the 97.
Let's take a look from the chopper view. Let's go to the chopper view, crackheads, and look over above. James Hatch there in the 97. Being pushed by the number 20 with Hal Jr. there in the 18 on the outside, and the 20 comes up into the 18, cuts down his tire, and chaos ensues.
Well, it was a lick.
Yeah, that he hit the wall hard, and we're gonna have to get him down to the infield care center to remove the vomit from his eyeballs and his nostrils, and hope he's gonna be able to be okay and walk out of here on his own accord. But that was a vicious, vicious hit here on lap 22. Let's ride on board with Hatch and watch this. He never saw it coming. Never saw it coming, Chris.
No, not at all. And that's one of those things where it looks like, again, you see the 20 car trying to push the 97, slides up and just hooks it, and Ricky hooks the 97.
You know, I don't like bringing up sore subjects or speaking ill will of the dead, but it was in coming out of turn 1 right there, and that hit was just as vicious as when I remember Senior hitting the wall years ago.
Yeah, that wreck kind of reminds you of, and this is if you're a big racing fan, you'll know what I'm talking about here, but I think it was 97 at Talladega. There's the wreck with Elliott, Earnhardt, and Irvin in the 28 car. The same kind of scenario, one hook to the other and to the other, and they went into the wall.
Well, since the death of the great Dale Earnhardt Sr., a lot of safety measures been put into these cars, and as you can see, even here on the game, the safer barriers right there with all the foam in between them keep these guys alive, and we are very, very thankful for that.
Yeah, it looks like we had another black flag. Kramer being black flag. Got some cars on pit road here.
Let's see if Wendy's going to listen to me and see if we can get down to pit road. Hey, Wendy! Yeah, thanks, Wendy. My honey.
So I wonder who would win a contest between Wendy Venerini and Jamie what's her name? Jamie Little.
Jamie Little? I don't know. They're both very, very good. Very, very good reporters and broadcasters, way better than I am, that's for sure, and I love them both. We don't speak of Jamie Little enough, and she does a great job there for the professional guys up there in NASCAR. Yep, somebody's saying Erin Andrews in the chat as well.
Yeah.
We forgot her too, so thank you very much for pointing that out. Yeah, all the women there on the Speed team and the Fox team and the TBS and the TNT team and the ESPN crew and let's throw a few more plugs out there that I'm not getting paid for. They all do a great job.
Well, if the Fox guys want to improve their broadcasting even more than what they already got, they'll bring Erin Andrews to do the 500.
There you go. I'd love to hear that. Can we get a view of the 18 car? Sure, we can get a view of the 18 car there, viewer. We'll give it a shot. There's Ricky Howell Jr. Howell Jr. currently running in 6th position there in the 18 after getting a little smacked up after the last wreck, but the car looks to be okay.
Yeah, and somebody also very quietly working his way to the front is the champ right there behind him, Kevin Kress.
Brand new NORDTONA TV champ, Kevin Kress in the 37 right there. Not setting the world afire, not doing anything flamboyant or rambunctious there. Riding along in 6th, working his way up through there, yep. That is the champ for this truck season this year. There are there's 2 champs, NORDTONA TV League, and we have the 2-time champ, Joel Hawkins, and now added to the list, it's the 37th, Kevin Kress.
Have you, people in chat there have not had a chance to go watch that Chicago race? You think a race is interesting at the finish? You have not seen the word interesting yet until you watch that finish.
Yeah, it took us over 15 minutes to figure it out at the end who actually won the championship. The race was so close. The guys that were doing the math during the race, the championship points swayed during that Chicago race 4 different times. Wow. Dustin Lee took the if the race would have ended at like lap 20 or something, Dustin Lee would have been the winner. If it would have ended at 25, Kress would have been the winner. If it ended at 30, Dustin Lee would have won again. And they went back and forth. I have never in my life seen Dustin Lee and Kevin Kress ever run harder anywhere.
Yeah, they did a great job in that race, and then I mean, like the finish was an interesting one. I haven't really talked about it too much, but you know, we had a caution there with what, about 6 to go or so, and then a few of us came on pit road, including me, and it seemed like when all the events happened that took place, all of a sudden it was me chasing Dustin down to the finish and almost got him. But
well,
yeah,
and let's not forget, Chris. Let's not take anything from Alex Holt, who led almost the entire race. Had an alien abduction, like we saw here tonight, and talk about shit luck. The aliens abducted him with half a lap to go after him leading the majority of the race.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate. Holt did a phenomenal job. I mean, he pretty much, if I think back, he dominated that race pretty much from the start. I know Sable had issues on like lap 2 or 3, and then after that, it was Holt up front the whole time.
Yep. And Holt doesn't say much. He's a very quiet, keep to himself type of person, and I've sent Holt a couple of congratulatory messages on a good season there, but I think he went on vacation. I think he went out deer hunting or fishing or something, because I haven't seen him since.
Maybe he's off to Daytona for Speed Weeks. Who knows?
Could be possible. I would absolutely like to be at Daytona for Speed Weeks. Who would?
I miss it, trust me. I used to go all the time, living 110 miles south of the Speedway. I used to be all the time for it. It's a blast in itself, not to mention this year, Nord, you got the new quarter mile that's on the backstretch there, the modified one, that we'll start racing there next a week from Monday.
Yep, that's right, we will. And don't forget, with the NASCAR season, the new Gen 6 cars coming out. I watched one of the test sessions from about a month ago last night, and hey, those professional guys, they junked the whole entire field as well. I guess they didn't like the cars because they said, that's it, we're done, and they junked every car that was out there. The only car that survived was the 48 of Jimmy Johnson, who did not make one lap. He kept his car in the garage.
That's one thing about Chad Canals. He doesn't want him in the pack at all, and it works every time. Swindell with a black flag. I'm looking down here, and Oldsman getting waved around for the restart here. And it looks like Graham Thomas Lee being the leader here on the restart, Nord. David Washington's going to be second.
Green
Dylan
flag.
C. Jones third as we go green.
We see Swindell, yeah, he does get black flag, and he was coming down pit road trying to beat the pace car down there, but Swindell definitely speeding down pit road there, coming down. I'm not exactly sure what that's all about.
We'll have to check that out after the race, but looks like the inside line forming up again.
.33 out front, Jones in second, down on the bottom, Washington up on the top, being pushed by the 20. And as we said earlier, look who's peeking up through the field. I don't know how many friends Cress got out there right now, but he's going to need a few to keep that second line rolling.
Yeah, that's the one thing. I was in this spot a couple times in the practice races where Cress is you got that tandem in front of you. You're able to hold speed with them, but that's about as close as you get.
Yeah, it's really tough to pass on the outside here with the new build, and you know, I think that iRacing wanted to bring the cars closer together, and we used to do pack racing rules here at NORDTONA TV, and honestly, I don't see any reason to do it anymore. Because they're still on a pack, Chris. I mean, they're not pulling away from one another. And Jones getting a good run, and they are trying to pull away right now there. The number 11 and the 33 trying to bust away from the rest of the field. Get out and see a long green flag run here. Lap 30 next time by. We'll have 20 to go.
Yeah, this is about the time, Nord. Looking back at Justin Bolton and the guys back toward the back there. This is about the time they want to start making their way into this pack and going, because when you got a smaller field like this now, this is where that long green run could come.
And speaking of Bolton and Hunt, there is the 48 and the 21. Bolton, Hunt running in 18th, Bolton running in 20th right now. They are hooked up, and they're going to stay hooked up probably till the end. I know those guys work together a lot.
But here's the problem with that new build too, is can these guys run faster than that pack is?
Yeah, and that is the question. I don't know. We're going to see. Outside line making moves. That is Howell Jr. in the M&M Pretzel, Chevy Impala on the outside getting a push. And they got a head of steam coming down the backstretch, coming down into 3. And Howell Jr. and his beer buddy partner, they're going to fall down to the bottom line and take over spots 1 and 2. Lead change here.
Rowdy Howell to the lead. Not really rowdy though at all.
Yeah, actually Howell Jr. Probably pretty much the exact opposite of rowdy. We've raced with him now for quite a few weeks, and another guy that's quiet and keeps to himself. But now you're going to start seeing fanning out, and you're going to start seeing 3 wide here very, very shortly. These guys are going to start getting worried about their position.
Absolutely, and I'm starting to notice a lot of NORDTONA league members there. Cress is there, Michael Norris in here, Rush is in this pack, Matt Simpson, a bunch of the members are starting to come into the pack.
That they are. Al Jr. out to the front. Oh, big trouble. What? I don't say it. Cameraman on crack, no
Michael
yellow.
Norris in the 54, he hit the wall and he saved it.
He did save it, but he's going to lose the draft. Chubb's front end damage on the smooch machine.
Interesting here, Nord. The 33 and 11 got the left side tires below the yellow line as they were pushing each other.
Yeah, that's awful scary, but it can be done. But you see that outside lane's moving, and Cress just sniffing the back of this draft, trying to get up there. And look at the head of steam that 37 going to get, and he's going to dive it down to the bottom. He says, "The hell with the outside," goes down to the bottom and falls in behind the number 2. Cress up to 3rd. Washington and the 20 on the outside lane, not going anywhere. They hit that big wall of air, and it's like hitting a big wall of air. You go slower. Out front, Hal Jr., the number 2 there in the beer store machine. Ducking out a little bit, getting air on his radiator. Lap 34 this time by. We got 16 to go.
Yeah, Bolton and the crew back there about 5 seconds back now from the pack, and they are running about the same speed as the pack.
Yeah, that they are. There's the 21, and they're going for their switch right now. Hunt and the 21, they're going to switch it up, but I don't know if we're done seeing wrecks here yet tonight. Fuel not going to be an issue. They got enough to get to the end. And tires, you don't need them here. Just don't need them.
Looks like I have a new leader in Nord 33 going to the front.
On the outside.
Look at Rush up there.
Yeah, Rush is up there after the flight he had last night. Rush is earning some frequent flyer miles here at NORDTONA Speed Weeks, that's for sure.
Now you see Ricky Al going for the lead.
Outside lane is starting to work, but that's a 3-car tandem, not a 2. And, on to it, guys. On to it. 33 down low, 18 on the outside. The number 2 got nowhere to go. All he can hope for is pushing the 33 right now here toward the end of the race and hope that his... Oh! Camouflage car's off. I bet you didn't see it, though. There it is. All right, he's back on the track, and he saves a huge wreck right there. Good job, 16.
He's he's got some help right there behind him. At 35 should get with him.
Lap number 36, 14 to go before we hit the end of this. Top three will make it. Everybody else going to have to race again. And right now, your top three right now is the 33, the 18, and the number 10 of David Washington.
Ooh, Crest about wrecked it all into three there. Definitely caught the apron, about spun it out.
And look at the inside lane just completely backing up, Chris.
Yeah, it all started off turn 4 where Crest got the apron. He almost lost it, so they had to check up on that inside line. So that's where you saw the outside line take the position.
These front 5, 6 guys all running single file now, coming down the back stretch. And look at the 33 and the head of steam he's got with very little help on the outside, being pushed now, getting hooked up by the number 6. And he is going to go from 6th to 2nd in about 1,000 feet. And then he's going to fall back to 3rd. Up and down, up and down, up and down. It's like a brothel in Nevada.
That's the thing. One lap you're first, next lap you're 41st. Back up to 30th, back to 43rd, back up to 2nd.
Hal Jr. protecting that line right now, and if you're going to want to win this thing, that's what you got to do here. You got to protect that line no matter what.
Yeah, Ricky Hal is in the best possible case he can be right now. It's right there on the bottom. Make them pass you the long way around. We got a slow car up here.
And we do have a slow car up here, and he is right in the middle of the field, and oh man. How in the world did that field didn't wreck? I don't know, but they did not. Everybody able to part the seas and shove the guy that should have been either off the track or on the top back where
he actually just got booted.
Yeah, that he did. Bye-bye, see ya. That was another one of those deals that could have been absolutely horrible.
We got a lead change here. There's one Rush going to the front.
Holy shit, Rush is going to the front, and he's got help. Rush out front in the number 20 being pushed by the 33 coming down the front stretch here at Daytona through the tri-oval lap 40. This time by 10 to go, 10 to go. Now everybody's going to start getting nervous. Now everybody's going to figure out where do I need to be in the top 3. Boy, do I got to take a pee, but I can't do it right now because too much racing going on up front. You want to finish this shit. 18, 33, and 20, your leaders right now.
Yeah, one thing I'm noticing, Nord, is I'm looking toward the back. Bolton and Hunt are only about 3 seconds back now.
3 seconds back in 10 laps. They do have time, but what they need there in the back is they need these guys to double all back up. Rush is pulling away. Jared Akey there in the number 20. And Thomas Lee in the 33, and there's too many E's in all my speech here the last 4 sentences. Looking back, and they are pulling away from the pack. This is exactly what they want to do here. They want to get away from everybody. Oh, big wreck coming out of 4.
Out.
Washington in trouble. Number 10 spun around. Vomit everywhere, and that's not the nice kind of vomit. That's the stuff that really, really burns.
That's the chunky one.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Washington in trouble. Let's take a look at this wreck. We will have we will have more green flag racing to the end here. Washington, they're in the 10. Crackheads, that's Jones. All right, chopper view. We see Washington there in the 10 down on the inside following Hal Jr. with the 51 Wheaties machine there on the outside. Hal Jr. Trying to... he's just trying to stay there, and Washington... And here we go. This is the 50...
Side drafting gone wrong.
51, I don't know why... I mean, he just totally came down.
I think he was just trying to get a side draft, and they came together. I think you mentioned this back when the new build happened, Nord. You mentioned how these cars suck more together when you see something like that.
And just so people know, don't think we're playing favorites, Ed Hewitt, who got caught up there in being in the middle there, he actually was removed from the server for being in the middle there. He's actually a NORDTONA TV League member, so not playing any favorites here.
So, Nord, here's the situation you got. You got 8 laps to go here. This is the same spot we had last night in the first race, actually. We had a caution about this point. And ironically, Bolton and Hunt were in the same spot that me and Michael Norris were in, and that's what got us to the front into the top 3 spots there in the end. So this is going to get really hectic here real quick.
Yeah, it is, because you're not going to have a lot of laps to make your move. And you got to know, Chris, that after they go green again, you got to know that there's going to be another wreck.
You don't want to think like that, but in the back of your mind, you're like, you know it's going to happen. How about Rush? You know, an impressive 22 cars on the lead lap too, Nord. That's definitely a lot better than last night. I think in the first heat race we had 4 in the end on the lead lap from all the penalties and things. So definitely been a lot better race here tonight so far.
You can look at that glass half full, glass half empty kind of thing. Better racing, yeah, definitely, but still too many cautions with this few laps. So, yeah, horrible wreck to bring out the, well, probably not the last caution of this race, but the last one that's going to matter. This restart going to be this restart for all the drivers is definitely going to be the most important restart of the night.
And you got to look and see who could be that driver that makes that move too, that desperation move as they would call it, to try to get to that top 3, because it's like you said, it's top 3 or bust. Pretty much, and right now you got Rush, Lee, and Howell as the top 3. You know, if you're somebody backward like Kress is in 9th, or Hunt in 11th, Holtzman, or 12th, Holtzman in 13th, those guys who are on the lead lap, you got to find a way up there really quick.
Yep, you're not going to have a lot of time to do it. Nor, if you don't already have a deal made right now, you're not going to get one with another driver.
2 to green right now, so we're going to have a restart with about 4 to go.
Yes, sir. That's going to be about right.
We have 1 car stopped on pit road.
Got drivers angry in chat, not exactly sure what's going on. Somebody's irate about something that the admin did or said, but if something was done, it's just you broke the rules, plain and simple. Not sure exactly what happened or what driver is complaining, but we're going to have complaining here every night, and I'm just going to ignore it, because you can't follow the rules and you can't read, and you don't know what's going on. You shouldn't be out here.
Well, as I say, in order to make everybody happy.
No, you can't. But you sure as hell can try, anyway.
And Kevin Kramer's going to be black flagged again, I've noticed.
Well, you know, you figure after you get black flagged once for, you know, an infraction or something that you wouldn't do it again, but people keep trying to do it. There are 5 to 7 admins watching the entire track. The rules have been posted, and the rules are the same as NASCAR rules. If you can't do it there, you can't do it here. And people, even tonight, still trying to push the issue, which I find amusing, because we are going to catch it.
Well, the one thing, Nord, about it is, like, what drivers aren't noticing is we're going in as spectators. Us admins are. We're able to go into the test drive mode, and we're on the track with the other cars when we're in there adminning. So we're sitting right there in the corner watching people get on the track or come down pit road. We're there watching. We're like police cars. You can't catch us.
Yeah, can't see you either, and you're probably eating donuts.
Absolutely. Chocolate filled, powdered. From Dunkin' Donuts. Little plug, sorry.
Well, I'm not exactly sure what's going on, and I'm not going to take time to review it because I care. Admins do a great job every single night, and people get mad. And the only people they have to be mad at is themselves because they cannot read.
Well, we're going to have, looks like 1 to go here. Again, the restart's going to be 4 to go.
Yeah, lap 45 will be going green. Lap 46, lights on the pace car are off. They will be doubling up right now, and actually, I'm a little surprised here. Rush is he runs good everywhere, but I can honestly say I can't remember the last time I saw Rush up front, Chris.
I think it's just one of those things where his luck. I mean, and I'm not going to say he's a lucky guy here, but he races hard each and every time on these kind of tracks, and he never gets up there because he's involved in wrecks. And tonight, he was actually involved in, I believe, in one of the wrecks at the beginning. It wasn't badly damaged, so he was able to get back out there and got back to the front.
Well, I saw Rush last night try to high-five the blimp driver, and it did not work out well for him.
I think that's only because a Pelican got in the way.
Either that or Rush had to stop at the funnel cake stand. But there's your top 3 right there, and if the race were to end right now, those would be your heat race number 3 qualifiers there, the 20, the 33, and the 18, but it's not over.
Now here's where the part that we always preach how we don't want to be 3 wide during the race. Here's where you preach, okay, well, you could try 3 wide, but...
Well, you can preach it all you want, Chris. With 4 laps to go, I won't be surprised if it doesn't go 4 wide. Everybody knows that those top 3 spots are the only ones that count. But the pace car going to peel off this time, and it's time to go bumper humping probably for the last time here in this race.
I'm definitely focused on crashes here, so if I see a wreck, I'll point it out.
All right. Well, the
Ready,
20
green
will
flag,
lead him down,
green
and he's taking his
flag.
time, and the 20 gets bumper humped. Doesn't get a good start. The 33 on the outside, and they're gonna jam up the field there in the front. Everybody seemed to be able to get through it okay. The 33 on the outside, he's trying to take the lead right now. Lap 46. We got 4 to go to the end.
Look for the 48 and 21. I wouldn't be surprised them to go for the middle.
They are up there. They got a shot. They don't have a lot of time to do it. There's nowhere really to go, but people are going to start making holes. Bolton's actually getting held up by his partner there. He had to get on the brakes right there.
The 69 and shoves there through the middle.
Yep. The spooch machine. He's making moves through the middle, trying to part the seas, and he is moving up fast. And surprisingly, everybody's giving him room. Now we're 3 wide. I don't know how many deep, Chris. Holy shit, these guys, they know what lap it is. Look at this coming down the back stretch. That is a beautiful thing right there, Chris. Yeah, I just hope they can all hang on to it.
I guess as we go trying to remind people the yellow line's out of bounds.
Yep, it is out of bounds, and you can't drive down there and you can't make a pass. And I think everybody pretty much knows that, even though it is written in the rules. Oh, 62! No Obama in trouble. That's going to end the race. There it is. That's the end of the race. 62 gets
everybody got the radios on? Fingerfelt, you work?
We'll go over,
right,
we'll go over the last little bit here. Let's go on with
we got new leaders.
Yes,
Dylan
we do.
C. Jones.
Yeah, we do, right at the end. That's Holman there. Let's take a look at this wreck real quick, and then we'll watch the finish. Holman there on the inside of Justin Bolton, and nowhere really for Holman to go, and actually he comes up into the 21.
Yeah, it's exactly look like what happened there. 3 wide, and you go back a little bit farther, actually, Nord. You'll see the 48 get the wall. Looks like either entering turn 3 or in the middle of 3, and that's what backs him up a little bit and makes Bolton go 3 wide in the middle.
And the yellow is not out yet. They're still racing. I'm still watching there it is. It's out right there. It's frozen right there. And your winners are going to be Jones, Lee, and Rush. Dylan there stealing it right there at the end.
As a matter of fact, that's 3 NORDGAR members, I believe, in the top 3.
Jones actually.
No, 2 out of 3, yeah.
Yeah, Jones isn't. He's not on the roster.
Oh, he's not? Okay. I stand corrected.
And neither is Thomas Lee, for that matter. So Rush, the only one. But, hey, we got one there. There's going to be your winners. There's going to be your qualifiers. The 11 of Jones, the 33 of Thomas Lee, and the 20 of Jared Aki. So let me try to get a word in with Dylan here if we can. I don't know, maybe he is a member. I don't know. I haven't looked at the roster lately, so I definitely could be wrong. Let's try to get a word in with Dylan.
But he's a good guy.
Hey, Dylan C. Jones, this is NORDGAR in the booth. You got a copy?
10-4.
Congratulations, Dylan, on winning this one right at the end as the caution flag comes out. Tell us about your race. You have qualified for the 500. How do you feel right now?
Huge relief to make it in. Had to avoid quite a few wrecks there, but thank we there for pushing me up high there.
It looked, Jones, you were being very, very patient there on the outside for most of the race, and you make your move when you needed to, and you're able to grab the win. No more racing again until not this Saturday, but next Saturday. What are you going to do between now and then?
I don't know, I'm almost a little bit disappointed. I can't race no more for a week, but mess around with the setup a little bit and do some other racing.
Well, I bet you're very relieved that you made it and you're in. Anybody you want to thank here tonight for your win, and give us a little heads up on maybe what your strategy will be for the 500.
Thank you guys for putting this all on. It's awesome. Hang in the back probably for the 500 and let it unfold for a little bit.
All right, thanks, Dylan. Great win here tonight. Congratulations to you, buddy. And we'll see you next week, man.
Thanks.
All right, Thomas Lee, you got a copy? You got your ears on?
10-4.
Thomas, disappointing finishes last night after you ran up front in the heat races. You're able to secure your spot. How relieved are you right now?
Relieved more than you can imagine, especially leading that much last night, leading it with 6 to go, and the internet connection dropped out on me.
Yeah, I know. I saw that happen last night, and man, you were destined to maybe make it last night, but you do it here tonight. What was your strategy here tonight getting through this 50-lap shootout?
Qualify up front and stay up front out of the wrecks.
Well, that's a good strategy. Anybody you want to thank here, and let us know what you're going to be doing here in your off week until you can race again, not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
Yeah, first of all, I got to thank my spotter, Wayne Finley. He's from the Old Farts League. Him and I run together a lot, and he spotted for me tonight. Appreciate all his help. Gale Force Suspensions, all the team from Gale Force who worked on this setup, and worked out real good for me. As far as plans between now and then, just working on getting this set up better and better.
Well, you're set up pretty good. Don't tweak it too much, but congratulations, Thomas. After your run last night, I'm happy. I'm happy to see you make it. I'm very happy for you there at 33, so congratulations to you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Rush. Rush, I get to interview you finally. Jared, you still around?
It's about time, huh?
Yeah, me and Chris were just sitting here up in the booth and saying we've seen you run a whole bunch, and haven't got to talk about you all that much. You tried to high-five the blimp driver last night unsuccessfully, I might add, but you receive a little damage tonight. But you're able to stay in the top 3 and race your way into the 500. How do you feel, buddy?
I tell you, I feel good, man. Glad it's over with. Kind of nerve-wracking.
Would you say that this event is making the drivers more on edge because they know they are pressured that they have to finish in the top 3?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. I mean, there's a lot of pressure. You know, just got to handle it as you go.
Well, I'm proud of you, buddy. Congratulations, and I'm glad I don't have to look at your ugly ass for the next week and a half.
I'll be up there helping you.
I appreciate it. Congratulations, Jared, on your 3rd place finish here tonight, racing your way into the 500. Good job there, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Chris. Well, that's gonna do it for the first heat race of the night. The next 3 drivers are done. They're in, and it's Jones, Lee, and Aki, man.
Thomas, you still there?
How do you want to wrap up this race, Chris? What do you got to say about what we saw here tonight in this race?
You know what? This was a really good race, I felt, in the end. I know there were still a lot of cautions, but you know what? The racing seemed very clean. There wasn't, I mean, there was the one deal on the backstretch there with the slower car, but it seemed like there really wasn't any kind of bad racing, I guess the right way to word it. There was clean racing, and in the end, come down to a pretty good finish. Unfortunately, the caution come out. One of these days, we'll get a green flag finish.
Well, let's give all the other drivers their due here and go over the finishing order. I'll grab the first 10 and you can finish it out, buddy. And Chris, let me take this time to say thanks for joining me up here in the booth here tonight, and congratulations on your 2nd place finish last night, getting into the 500. So good job, Chris.
Appreciate it.
All right, so here's going to be your finishing order. Dylan C. Jones going to bring her home, and he's going to sit out for the next week and a half. Thomas Lee as well. So is Jared Aki. Ricky Howell Jr. just out of the cut right there after running good all night long. Howell is going to finish in 4th. Robert Wolfram in 5th. Robert Cheney in 6th. Brand new Norgard champ Kevin Kress had a good run till he smacked the wall there, and he's going to finish in 7th and going to have to give it another try. Jerry McDonald in 8th and Matt Simpson in 9th. And I say the move of the race award goes to Aliens, saving Matt Simpson from destroying himself and the field. And Jacob Eisenhower, he's going to finish in 10th.
It's safe to say with the paint scheme, he went AWOL there during that little run there, but prisoner of war, so to say. But no, Charles Kelly ended up 11th in the 5 car. Ryan Hunt got up to 12th. Christopher Timpson 13th. Charles Martin was 14th. Norris there in 15th. He was a victim, unfortunately, during that green flag run and got the wall a little bit there. But Oldsman 16th, Holman 17th, McFadden and Chubbs there 19th. Of course, 17 cars on the lead lap there. Terry, Rob McFadden there, and Bolton, of course, involved in that wreck to end the race. Washington, Hewitt, Cummings, let's see, Kramer, Swindell, Hatch, Berthwick, Brantley, Gardner, Frazier, Leonard, Rhodes, Linden, Dykstra, Shutt, and Maddox look like, unfortunately, not able to finish the race, and I'm sure they're regrouping, getting ready for the next one.
Well, one thing I did see today on iRacing, Chris, and a lot of guys think that I'm not around and I'm not paying attention just because I'm not on iRacing. However, I saw a lot of private people, people that we see in races today, putting up Daytona practices, and some of these guys really taking it seriously. I almost jumped in a couple of them just to say hello, but I didn't want to take up anybody's spot. But saw a couple hosted sessions today early trying to practice for this, and that makes me feel proud.
Yeah, absolutely. You should be proud. It's obviously been a great event that you and others have put together. I mean, I noticed last night I was admitting, of course, the second race last night, and I heard a couple drivers say, hey, as soon as we're done here, we're going to do practice. So, I mean, it's pretty much, you'll probably see it again tonight after this.
Well, the drivers got to do what they got to do. The competition's going to be stiff when we get to the end of it. And I'm looking forward to a lot more great racing, and we're going to have more great racing up here in about 15 or 20 minutes. We'll have the next room up, and we're going to get ready to go run heat race number 2. Thank you very much for joining me up here in the booth for this race, Chris, and good luck to you in the 500, buddy.
Hey, thanks, Nord. Appreciate that very much, and thanks everybody in chat, and hopefully we'll see you guys on this, 16th and 17th. I only know my dates. The 16th and 17th, hopefully we'll be cheering on the old Strickland Propane Hank Hill car.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this race. We're going to head to a loading screen for you and take a little break here. But the next one up will be about 15 to 20 minutes. It'll be up on iRacing, and if you haven't already got the password, you know where to get it. But good luck to all the drivers in the next heat.